Hello everyone, hopefully you can hear me. But what I have right here is a funny, peculiar thing, which I'm currently testing. And as you can see, I did the funny. Basically, I decided, hey, how fucked up would it look like if I were to disable clearing? So I don't clear my frame buffer, and I'm just writing to it, because it's more efficient. And you can see this is what happens. Looks very nice. And if I'm gonna, like, do this. Oh, hell yeah, this is good shit. Look at the colors. Damn, that looks amazing. Yeah, that's a classic thing. And if we move smoothly, then it will look more, like, better. It looks like colors and stuff. Pardon. But let's bring back the mighty clear function, so it would actually clear stuff. All right, can you? Oh, there we go. And there we go. There we have a. Now it's clear in the frame buffer. Granted, the sky will be actually overwritten. I'll write a shader because all of this is done, even though it's Python. Like, I did write this in Python technically, but really this is all just ray tracing written using shaders. And also I haven't optimized it. That's why you can see, like, this part is disappearing. It's not supposed to. I'm gonna make it so that I'll have very, like, highly optimized things. And also, as you can see, there is no depth buffer sorting. There is no, like, sorting distances for chunks. Because, guess what? These are 16 by 16 chunks. And you can see a whole 5 of them. Very nice. Very cool. We can add much more than that, I imagine. And it's gonna be fine-ish. At least we currently have 60 FPS, as you can see. And if we're gonna stand right here, it's gonna look even fine. This is just a debug, kind of like, chunks being generated. And it's basically just like different infills. That's like the function is called generate debug, and we have different infills for it. And the texture is, well, the color for each block is being generated using their position relative to, like, a chunk itself. That's why you can see, like, at the bottom it's completely dark, and here it's almost completely white. Or, like, completely white isn't there. So yeah, this is fun stuff. Let's generate more chunks just to see how it would look like. I just need to add another for loop for j in range. I don't actually know how. Well, obviously this is not very efficient in terms of amount of. I actually don't know. I don't know how shaders work in particular. That's why I can't really tell you how efficient or inefficient stuff is. Like, it's something, Okay, let's do I plus j plus 1. That's gonna go over 100. Let's divide it. Let's divide by 20. That's gonna be fine. Oh god, that's Jesus. Okay. Oh, that's a yeah, we're dropping below 60. But damn, that looks insane. Holy shit. Yeah, the depth sorting is definitely fucking unfortunate here, eh? Really ruins the picture. But actually, if we're gonna stand like right there, I really need to increase the speed. But, like, if we look like here, it's looking not even that bad, It's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty funky. The current resolution at which we're rendering is like 1280 by 720, so it's just an okay quality. And yeah. And also you can see if the compression will not completely ruin the details, but you can definitely see the floating point precision things. Like I can see the noise in the colors, which is interesting. I can definitely see the graininess in the textures, but it's fine. It's because I'm measuring the things very, um, basically I just need to like step away by like some like point 0.1 units, so it will look good. But yeah, there we go. Those are all the chunks that we can see. It's currently inefficient, that's why the render distance is capped at 64. But yeah, this is cool. I can hear that it's loading my GPU slightly. I'd say like 30%. I don't know. Let's see. How much does it load my GPU? Okay, actually a lot more than 30%. That's 70%, which is too bad. I will optimize it again because at the moment we're doing an insane amount of useless steps. Because what we can do is instead of just stepping from my like position where I currently am, and stepping like so much, we can optimize it. It's optimizable, you know. I think it is. It's ray tracing. It should be optimizable because what we have right now is the thing is this chunk, for example, and this chunk and this chunk and this chunk, those are all rendered in separate like passes. Basically, we render them one by one and then overlay them, right? That's the thing. That's how I do it. It's probably really bad, but in terms of performance, but I don't know what would be a better way of doing it. The point is, we can optimize at least the portion where we like render chunks individually by because for example the chunk right there, very the like the at 0 0, right? That furthest chunk there, we don't have to like step from from the position where I am to right there. There is no point in that. We can just like do some mathematics and just teleport our rays and spawn them, like do some calculations so that the rays would like perspective would work, it wouldn't shift and such. We can like multiply some stuff, do some magic, and it will work. But otherwise, it looks pretty funky. It looks pretty cool. And because I'm rendering this using the GPU, finally, the thing that you're supposed to use for graphics, it renders pretty well, right? It's pretty fast. Obviously, it's much faster than CPU because CPU, even a good one, even when you're using all of your fucking um, cores, even when you're coding using a language like C or C++ in my case, it still will suck. Like software ray tracing is a really poor idea, but a hardware is the hardware. I mean, a GPU ray tracing is much more bearable. It is 720p though. Well, like it's not that great. It's not that high quality. But you know, it's still fairly cool. I'm happy to see that this thing works. I still have to figure out like infinite amount of shit about shaders because I have absolutely no fucking clue how to do things. Because what I need to do is I need to basically import textures onto the GPU and then use like I mean it's fine, you know. I've done textures, I've done texturing in previous ray tracers in Scratch, funnily enough. It's pretty simple to calculate UV coordinates and then convert the UV coordinates for each like face on the block to like the texture coordinates. It's trivial. You just multiply like UV by the texture resolution and bam, you're done. Like very simple stuff, very easy. And because of the like we can just use a modulo operator or probably something simpler. Basically, we need to like do some simple math that should be fast, I think. It should be fast. I'll try to figure out what be a good way to like normalize the like position for each block to be like between 0 and 1. And then we have to also orient it properly for each and every single face. But anyway, that's something that I'll bother later. A very fun thing. And also, I'm very slow as well. I don't know why I made my camera so damn slow, but this is how it looks like from the side. Yes, very nice. Funnily enough, my GPU is loaded 70%, but it's basically doing actually nothing, I'm pretty sure. Like, it says that 3D is 70% loaded, but it's not hot. Like, generally 70% would be a pretty heavy load, but it's doing nothing, which is interesting. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this. I sure did. I spent I spent a fuck ton of time figure out alpha blending. And the problem was I just forgot I forgot what alpha means because alpha 1, like the value 1, the maximum value, means that it's the object is visible, it's opaque. Alpha 0 means the object is invisible. I'm confused by that because I don't use alpha as a Yeah, I just got confused by what the alpha actually means, and that's why I couldn't figure out why the hell does the blending not work. But now the blending works, and it works good. It works exactly like I want it to. Now I just need to figure out the sorting of the chunks depending on I think on how close they are to the camera, to the player technically. Um, and I think it will work. I think it should work, right? Hopefully, but yeah, very fun looking stuff. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time. Goodbye.